and that's what makes them unique. So with the Shield TV series, I'm pretty sure they're going to involve and influence other superheroes and other characters of Shield and introduce Nick Fury's origins, which will be cool, as they're setting up Phase 2 and already Phase 3. So I'm getting the hint that Phase 2 and Phase 3 are going to be connected together. So Avengers 2 and Avengers 3 are somehow going to be connected together, as I was saying. So let's just try to understand this universal thing. Universe means many things surrounding that one thing. So in this world, it's called the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel, which is a comic studio that features many superheroes, um, you know, features many superheroes that coexist together or individually in their own comics. Sometimes in Iron Man comics, you see Spider Man. Or sometimes in Thor, you see Beta Ray Bill. Or sometimes you see Thor and Spider Man, or the X-Men, Wolverine and Fantastic Four. Or, that's what the Marvel universe is. Marvel's cinematic universe is completely different because the licensing properties are owned by different companies, such as Fox owns Fantastic Four and X-Men, and Sony owns Spider-Man. We won't see any of them anytime soon, and that's smart because this is what we're dealing with. We're trying to fix and put together a story. Story is important. Don't make a Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 was good, okay, but not the best Spider-Man. It wasn't really our cup of tea. It was too much, too scrambled, too bitter. It just put salt at the end of your tongue and you did not know where to spit it out. And that's how it was. You just felt Venom was rushed. You just felt there could have been more development with the character, and it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense, and Harry died, and Sandman got away. It just didn't. I understand that he forgave Sandman, but that could have been done with Vulture. That could have been done with Sandman and Vulture. They could have introduced Venom in 4. They could have in 3 they could have had the symbiote on Venom, and that's it. In 4 they could introduce Venom and Carnage. But you don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush it. Like, it's fine. If Thanos, or Thanos, however you say it, is not in Avengers 2, that's fine. Have the fans surprised. Have them say, why isn't he in Avengers 2? Well, I'm telling you why. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. You saw him. You know what he's capable of doing. He will come, just not yet. So leaving that out, no Planet Hulk is finally confirmed that Joss Whedon and Kevin Feige, they both said no. No Planet Hulk. It's ridiculous. It's not going to be made yet. Or not this time around. This is not the story we're telling. Kevin Feige has not yet said no to Civil War. So we could be seeing maybe a Civil War story in Phase 3, but I doubt it. If they were to make a Civil War, they would have to downgrade it very badly. And I mean badly because you don't have the rights of other characters that are part of the Civil War story. I say you finish the story that you're telling and end it so you can do other stories. And the story they're telling now at the moment is part of this cinematic universe. And I have this, thing where Red Skull is still out there. Okay, yeah, he got incinerated, but that Tesseract or Cosmic Cube sent him to another parallel dimension. I'm thinking Asgard. That's what I'm thinking. In my personal thought is that Loki orchestrated something. They made some kind of deal. And Loki and Red Skull somehow are going to join together, and they're going to form the Masters of Evil, and together they're going to resurrect Surtur. That's what I think. That's just my idea. But Kevin Feige said, Joss Whedon said it's not going to be bigger. It's going to be more smaller, more personal. So I'm thinking a Masters of Evil plot is good. Why not have Red Skull appear in Asgard, and the Masters of Evil are trying to stop the Avengers from going into Asgard? You know, I think that's brilliant too. So that will be a cool way to get it, because Hugo Weaving stated that he does not want to do Red Skull anymore. It's not his thing. You know, he has much respect for the studio he was in, but he does not want to do Red Skull. He did say, though, if he were to appear again, it would have to be in an Avengers movie. That saying, if they play smart, and I'm trusting Joss Whedon and Kevin Feige on this, they will have Red Skull in Avengers 2. And somehow he'd be killed off, and that's just my idea. That's just what I think. He'll be killed off, and Hugo Weaving can do his own things after that. And somehow Thanos gets the Cosmic Cube back. Okay. And that stages the next stage of Phase 3. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay. And now we're going to some Easter eggs. So the Easter eggs are several, but I'm going to tell some Easter eggs that I don't think a lot of fans have figured out. And if they did, thank you. But for example, in Iron Man 2, Iron Man himself is sitting in the center of a donut hole. And the donut itself says Randy's Donut. Now that's a weird accusation, I know, but Randy, okay, is Iron Fist in the Marvel Comics. That's Randy's name. And I have a feeling they didn't just put that just because. They put that for a reason. They put that. And I was getting a little laugh that what if Iron Fist and Luke Cage somehow they become the heroes for hire, and they get paid, right? Because the heroes for hire are a group of heroes that join together to help other superheroes, and when they do, they get paid for what they do. So what if Iron Fist wants to open up a donut shop? That's just what I think. And it's funny because Tony Stark, Iron Man, is sitting inside the donut. You know, I think that's brilliant. That's a clever way. Another one is in Iron Man 2. Justin Hammer is talking in the conference room. The conference room, the governor is trying to take away Iron Man's suit. And Justin Hammer makes a speech that's saying that the suit are his sword, or Tony Stark's sword, and something like that. And that made me trigger something in my brain that just exploded, and I said, "Whoa, sword! Sword is actually an organization in Marvel too. Sword is a group of alien bounty hunters that protect Earth from alien terrestrial, and one of the members in that group is Miss Marvel. So we would probably see Miss Marvel in the Avengers somewhere down the line. And that's pretty interesting that I figured that out. I'm like, whoa, but I don't know if that's just me, but that'll be really freaking interesting. Another thing is that, once again, you start seeing, the pieces put together. And that's what you love about this. You love it. And Avengers 3, you're gonna already start seeing excuse me. You're already gonna start seeing superheroes such as Ant-Man and Doctor Strange in those somewhere along the lines. But remember, these characters were hinted at some point. In Thor, Dr. Selvig was talking about someone with gamma radiation and was never seen again, and that's Bruce Banner.